Like so often, I've already made a start. Problem is, I always forget to record, and I think, well, I better record. However, don't worry, there's plenty of it to do yet. So what I've done for this garden on the side, I initially wanted to use metal rebar, but there's two problems with that. One, I don't have any metal rebar. Two, I haven't got any welding material. I'm going to go a third. I don't know how to weld, but I reckon I could have worked that out. However, I do have some timber still, but I wanted it to curve. That was something I really wanted to, because I like all the straight edges, but I wanted a bit to curve. And obviously we've done all the shapes, which I'm really pleased with. They look great. Very testing on my knowledge, but really pleased with them. So I was looking at like hexagons. It kind of goes so bump, so it's quite sharp. So actually this would have been a 12-sided shape, so it's got a reasonable curve to it, and that's what I've done here. So you see that? And it was very important that it went up straight and then across straight, otherwise it would have been more problematic. So that is a 15-degree cut there and there, and I think that flows really nice. So I've done that one. I'll show you the other ones I've done. So that one, the first one, it doesn't quite line up with the wall, so I've put a piece of timber there and lots of brackets, and then we've got the next one here, and again I think that looks really smart, that curve, and then it just sits. And again I've used brackets there, and this one, the main thing it's going to pull, because I'll do the wires on, and that's going to pull that way, so we needed to account for that. And again, same on the bottom, and you can see I've already started putting some plants in here. So we've got the fatty and the bamboo, which I think are a really lovely combination. You get really nice sounds from the bamboo. It's evergreen, and I like the fact you've got really leafy and then quite thin, fine leaves. So I think they really complement each other well. And then what I'm going to do up here again is wires. Love the wires, always the wires. And then and what we'll do is that this garden here will be like its own private little courtyard, which I think will be really beautiful. And okay, you might reduce the sun, but I'm not a big sun worshipper, and actually it's quite nice to have a shaded area to sit too, and it'll be nice and dappled shade. So that's the start of it. I've managed to do 3 arches. I say arches, the curve thing over the top. I prepped one. As you can see, but this one, the wood's very split, so I've had to enforce it with these, which I don't really like, but I don't want to waste it. And that'll hold strong enough. Now, this, if it was going like that, so it would be like that, so straight would be so easy, but because they're trying to get this curve, it's really difficult. So I've done 3 out of 4, and I'd like to say I'm a pro at it now, but I'm really not. So I'm going to put the brackets in place first, the right angle brackets on the wall. And then I've managed to get each one wrong so far with height. I'm sure this won't be different, but let's see. So I'm using these big right angle brackets. And I'm using these screws, which are like masonry screws. And you don't need wall plugs for these. So you do a 6mm hole and then these cut in, and they're really good. Okay, phase one. Let's check it out. So, one arch, two arch, three arch, four arch. So if you're interested, this corner bit would have been a 12-sided shape. So I wanted a nice curve, but it needed to go straight up there, straight across there. So 15-degree cut, that is. Okay, let's try and work out, because now the problem is, fine forward and backwards, but we need more lateral. So I've got a plan. Let's see what we can come up with. So this beam, I'm going to have wires on at some point. So I need, the wires are going to pull it in, and I need to keep it so it's pushed down. Now, I'm really pleased with this. So, I'll show you what I've done. Alright. So, with the timber, I haven't got any more of these. So what I've done, I've cut a plank in two. So I've used my scary table saw and cut these planks and that one, and I've screwed them together to make this long piece. And I would have needed to join them together anyway. So there's one join there and one join there, and I've basically made sure they don't line up perfectly. So there's a join in the middle. Now, what the good thing about that is, because initially, if I had enough lengths of, I think they're 10cm timbers, I would have just tried to use one of them, but that would have been real big and it would have bent. But as it is, you know how like one stick on its own, the same, so one stick thickness won't be as strong as lots of little sticks together thickness. So what I'm actually going to do with this is having the two together, screwed together. Actually, it's going to work out better. I'm just trying to work out where to do it. And it's good because I'm making the most of the wood I've got, which is both cost effective and better for the environment. And I think, now we've got to, do we do it? Do we sit it on top or do we do it level? We're going to do it level, it'll look better. It's very important it looks good. That's always a good big feature of gardening. Anyway, let's see how this goes. So we've nearly finished the framed area. I've jumped ahead a bit. Most of it's, most of it's the same. The solar plant is being done. Now we're just finishing up with wires. I planted a lot now. It's going to be all something enclosed, and there is a danger of feeling a bit too enclosed, but actually, I think it's alright. It sections it, which is what I want. The main thing now is I'm going to do 3 wires across the roof, just 3. I want it nice and spaced, but again, eventually, hopefully everything's going to grow up and round. We're nearly at the point now where we have reached our capacity and what we can do, we've just got to do nothing and let plants do their thing. We planted some clematis, some potato vine, jasmine, I've got some bamboo as well, just to give some height and nice sound and screen. So yes, I'm going to attach at each end, far end, and I'm going to use 2 turnbuckles. Anyway, one either end, because it's such a long span. When you tighten it, it'll stretch a bit, so that'll give me, I'll be able to tighten it at each end. And I'm going to drill a hole up here and have them go straight through. No particular reason, I just thought I'd, mix it up and try that. So let's see what happens. So a bit drawn out, but we have finished it now. So I feel like I'm in a very privileged position just now with the gardening. I've got space. I never had space before, so I'm really enjoying it. And this area I've just done is probably about as big as my old garden. Anyway, I'll give you a quick tour around. Obviously you've seen aspects of it being built, but so it incorporates a number of things which I always say is very important for garden. One, I like it, it looks good, which is what you want from a garden. Two, we've got loads of surface area, maybe not now, but long term will be surface area for all the plants to grow up. So that's really good. Three, in this case, it's very easily to manage. Planters, which are always a good go-to if you want to do a manageable garden. So let's give you a tour around. So this is from one angle. You remember the planters? There's rays. So if we come up, so in this plot here we've got a nice fatsia, some yellow stem, I think, bamboo, red stem, and black stem bamboo. And then we've got here is jasmine. And the idea with the combination, I still want the climbers going up on these wires, but the bamboo, it's evergreen, it looks good, nice and thick, so I want a bit of privacy for this area. And they're going to deliver really nice, fast growing. You've got to be careful with bamboo that you don't get them to where they grow too fast. I think the fastest growing plant in the world is a bamboo, and it can grow up to 1 meter a day, which just seems unbelievable. So here we've got a nice clematis, some tulips, another potato vine. Yeah, there's a potato vine. Jasmine, some more jasmine. So again, we're going to get all up here growing. It's got some ones along the roof to run. We've got the nice curve, the steps in and out here. So now we wait. As we say, the best and the worst of gardening is I am going to do absolutely nothing now, and it will get better. But there's nothing I can do to hurry it along. So yeah, I hope you like that. If you're enjoying watching, please comment, like and subscribe. I'm George Smallwood Bees, and thanks for watching.